If you want to protect your soil through harsh winters and revive it faster than any compost or fertilizer, subscribe to Botanical Bliss now. This channel explores forgotten gardening techniques and historical soil strategies, and today's topic reveals a fermentation trick used by gardeners for centuries to safeguard soil life during the coldest months. What I discovered completely changed how I prepare and restore soil, and the results were nothing short of extraordinary. Why winter is far more damaging to soil than most gardeners realize. Many assume soil simply rests during winter, waiting for spring growth. In reality, freezing temperatures, frost heaving and prolonged moisture saturation can disrupt microbial networks, compact soil structure and leach nutrients. Dormant microbes can die or become inactive, leaving soil biologically impoverished just when it should be ready for the next season. By the time spring arrives, soil that appeared fine may actually struggle to support plants, requiring heavy amendments to recover. You know, ancient and traditional farmers faced much the same challenges long before we ever had modern fertilizers. They noticed, through careful observation, that certain preparations could actually preserve soil vitality, even when everything was locked beneath snow and ice. One of the methods they relied on involved fermentation, a rather fascinating process that transforms organic matter into a biologically active tonic, capable of restoring soil quite quickly once the temperatures begin to rise. So, why does fermentation work better than your standard winter mulches? Well, traditional mulches do a decent job protecting the soil physically. They slow frost penetration and help prevent erosion. But honestly, they do very little to maintain or enhance the soil's microbial life. Fermentation, on the other hand, produces a living solution that's rich in nutrients, organic acids, and beneficial microorganisms. When you apply this to your soil, it replenishes microbial populations, enhances nutrient availability, and improves soil structure, all at the same time. Essentially, fermentation protects both the life and the function of your soil, not just the surface, which is really quite remarkable. The fermentation trick I used is honestly remarkably simple and rooted in historical practice. It involves collecting organic residues, crop waste, leaves or straw, and combining them with water in a sealed container. Natural microbial activity begins immediately, breaking down the material in an oxygen-limited environment. Over days or weeks, the mixture becomes a thick, fragrant liquid teeming with microbes and soluble nutrients. This fermented solution can be stored for winter use or applied to soil, even when frozen temperatures persist. How I applied fermented matter to my winter soil. In late autumn, I prepared containers of fermented organic matter and diluted the liquid roughly 1 to 3 with water. Using a watering can or simple sprayer, I applied the solution directly to soil surfaces. The liquid penetrated into the top layers of soil, reaching dormant microbial communities. Within days, the soil felt more crumbly and retained moisture better. Unlike traditional mulches, which sit on top and require spring incorporation, fermented solutions begin working immediately, feeding microbes while protecting structure. The transformation in soil biology was, well, truly remarkable. By early spring, those previously compacted or lifeless patches they exhibited dense microbial networks. Earthworms return more quickly than I ever expected. And, seedlings planted into that fermented soil grew rapidly with strong roots, while control areas, they required additional amendments to achieve similar growth. It was clear, really, that winter damage had been mitigated and soil vitality preserved. Now, why is this trick particularly effective in cold climates? Fermented solutions, interestingly, work even when temperatures drop near freezing. Microbes survive in the liquid and, they activate once the soil begins to thaw. The organic acids in the solution prevent the formation of dense ice layers that can crush soil aggregates, while soluble nutrients ensure that plants encounter a ready-to-use environment as soon as growth resumes. In historical accounts from cold regions, similar preparations were used to ensure early-season fertility in otherwise harsh environments. So, how do you actually integrate fermentation into your own winter soil routine? The process is simple, but it does require a bit of attention to hygiene and balance. Use clean containers and avoid materials contaminated with chemicals. Chop organic matter finely to accelerate fermentation. And, make sure you monitor moisture levels to prevent spoilage. Once the liquid reaches a fragrant, slightly sour aroma, you'll know it's ready for application. Start with small doses to assess soil response, then increase volumes gradually. Over consecutive seasons, soil structure, fertility and microbial diversity improve significantly. The combination of fermentation with light surface mulching further enhances results. While the liquid feeds life, a thin layer of leaves or straw moderates temperature swings and slows evaporation. This dual approach, really replicates those historical soil management techniques that sustained fertility without the need for chemical inputs. Why do I consider fermentation the ultimate winter soil safeguard? Well, winter isn't just a pause in gardening. It's a period of potential loss or, honestly, opportunity. Fermentation transforms soil care from mere passive protection to active preservation. Soil treated in this way emerges resilient, biologically rich, and, yes, absolutely ready for spring planting. Unlike traditional winter strategies, which so often require lengthy recovery periods, fermented applications actually accelerate growth while still maintaining those natural cycles. If this guide changed the way you think about winter soil management, do subscribe to Botanical Bliss and share this with anyone struggling to maintain fertility through those harsh seasons. Ancient techniques like fermentation offer solutions that modern shortcuts simply can't replicate, and their impact is, without a doubt, visible in every healthy, thriving garden come spring.